Okay, I have a confession to make. As a mental health therapist, one of the most common things that I encourage my clients to do, especially anyone who is struggling with things like anxiety, depression, is to create a manageable but consistent morning routine. It has been proven that when having some sort of rhythm and routine, especially in the morning, it helps our mental health substantially. Now, here's the confession. I share that with people, but I don't necessarily do it myself. But we're going to change that in 2025 because it's time to do what I tell others to do, because that's literally being a hypocrite. So I'm going to take you guys with me this morning as I start creating some sort of morning routine that is hopefully sustainable, that is hopefully realistic, that is hopefully going to help me really have a better day mentally and emotionally. So let's spend the morning together. Okay, so this is the Bible in a Year. I will link this book. It's found on Amazon, but I'll link it in the description below. It's a plan that will help you read the Bible in a year. Now, I've done this before where I've read the Bible in a year, and for me, it's just been so helpful because number one, it gets me to read the whole Bible, but number two, one of my biggest struggles when doing devotions is being consistent in doing devotions. But having a plan and having a routine is really helpful for me to be consistent. And I get to do it this time with one of my really good friends. So I am really excited to dive on into this. Today's reading was Genesis 1 through 5. And I feel like I've read Genesis so many times, but each time I read it, I get something new out of it. So I'm excited to see what I feel like the Lord speaks to me and through me during this time around. Okay, so something else that I'm going to be trying, because I have to figure out how to be consistent in writing in my planner and looking at my planner, is literally doing it first thing in the morning after I do devotionals. I don't know if you're like me, but I feel like every single January I buy a planner. Sometimes I buy another planner in July, and for some reason, after about a day or two, I completely forget about my planner. And I want to be better at that in 2025. So today I'm just writing down some things that I have planned for today. And another thing that I'm going to confess here is that sometimes I will write things down that I've already done just to check them off, because to be honest, it makes me feel better. And now I'm going to go ahead and just write down the sessions that I have for today: session 1, session 2, session 3, so on and so forth, just so I can remember and figure out what times I have them, so I don't always have to rely on my phone. And again, it just helps me remember the stuff that I have throughout the day. Now I'm also then going to go ahead and literally write down my to-do list. That's why I really like this planner. I found this planner at Staples, and it's literally hour by hour, but then it has to-do lists and task lists, which I have found works best for how my brain works. Let me know in the comments, are you somebody that buys planners but then forgets about them maybe a couple days or a couple weeks in? Or are you really consistent in writing in your planner? Honestly, no judgment either way. If you're consistent in writing in your planner, please feel free to go ahead and list what you have found really helpful to be consistent in your planner. Okay, I spent the first hour of the morning doing devotionals, gratitude journal, doing my planner. Now it is time to go get ready for the gym. On the way to the gym this morning, I just turned on some worship music, because I find that worship music really does help recenter my heart and my head, as it's been a really heavy season for me, which I'll get into later. Also realized I need my glasses. Okay, so I just arrived at the gym and I'm going to take you guys with me, but just want to share a little bit of my background with this gym because I want to be transparent and honest. I literally just signed up for the gym maybe like a week ago. Yes, about a week ago, and then literally one thing after another happened within my family, so I was only able to go once. So this is only my second time going to this gym. Now, I've been to gyms, I've had gym memberships, I've been to boutique gyms, and I've loved them. I have just been in a season for the past couple years, though. I have not been consistent in a gym setting at all. And so much so where I feel like I've even lost a little confidence in being in a gym. But I'm excited to be back. I am doing Crunch Fitness. I have one of those passes that I can have access to multiple gyms, but for me and where I live, I feel like Crunch was the best option in regards to classes, into the aesthetic, which I know sounds so silly, but aesthetic is big for me personally, and just for the amount of things that they have to offer for me as somebody who is getting back into the rhythm of just treating their body kindly. And that's the other thing, is my mindset going into the gym this time around isn't to lose a whole bunch of weight, isn't to be a certain size or look a certain way, but it's really the mindset of how can I treat my body kindly today. And so that means, how do I take care of it? How can I treat it where it's not harming it? How can I make sure that I'm just stewarding what the Lord has given me? So that's what I'm doing today. And today I think I'm going to focus on arms. Last time I was a little ambitious, which happens to me sometimes, and I did legs literally like 2 days before. I sat on a plane for hours, sat in a car for hours, and that was just not good because I felt like I was paralyzed. So today we're going to focus on arms, not necessarily taking it easy, but going to be mindful of I have to build up to where I want to be, because again, that's something that I definitely struggle with, where I'm like, okay, I'm back in the gym, I should be able to do everything that I've done before, and that's just not the case, because over time body tends to lose some of that strength and also lose some of that muscle memory. So we're gonna have to rebuild that, and so let's go to the gym together. The whole time during my workout, I kept thinking to myself, man, I cannot wait just to sit in the sauna. I have been looking forward to this moment. I got into the sauna and I turned on some worship music, and let me just tell you guys, it was one of the most peaceful experiences that I've ever had. Now, there were definitely some people in the sauna, but I just turned on my worship music and closed my eyes and really just allowed the words to speak to me in that moment. I think there's something powerful about being still in the presence of the Lord, and although it sounds silly, I really feel like that sauna was a moment where I felt like I was in the presence of the Lord. The song that I was listening to in this moment is by Elevation Worship called Forever Yahweh. I believe it's sung by Tiffany Hudson, but the part that always gets me with this song is worthy you were, worthy you are, and worthy you will be forever Yahweh. This is the part that gets me because I forget sometimes, or maybe I just get too busy to recognize that the goodness of the Lord isn't just now or isn't just for future things, but He has been good, He is good, and He will be good. And so just reminding my heart and my soul, again, in such a unique, heavy season that I'm trying to navigate, that Jesus was worthy, Jesus is worthy, and He will always be worthy of all praise and adoration. So it's for me to realign and reassess my heart and my mind and remind myself that no situation that I'm walking through will dictate the goodness of God, because He's constantly good. Just got done the workout. I feel like it went pretty well. I really do enjoy going to the gym. I feel productive. I feel good. I'm not gonna lie, I was listening to Real Housewives because I had to catch up. Well, I didn't have to, but I wanted to catch up. But then I was sitting in the sauna listening to worship music. And let me just tell you, what a beautiful, wonderful moment, refreshing moment that really was. So I feel mentally, emotionally engaged and ready and reset. And so now we're gonna head home and get ready for the rest of the day.